Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing a voiceover, which I never do, so this is clearly an important video. Today, well actually over the past few days, we played in the DV tournament, or clan tournament. Our clan was of course J-Star. We had loads of fun, and we played so many games. We did end up coming second in the entire tournament, which was absolutely incredible. We had an insane amount of fun. I really want to thank DV and all of the staff and everyone else who helped put it together. It was loads of fun, so I'm going to be showing you all of the matches. And I actually recorded the calls for Discord, but unfortunately the screen recorder that I had did not pick up any sound at all from our Discord call, so I had to do a voiceover for the entire video. So this has taken me a long time to edit, so please hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. I try to post as much as I can, I put as much effort in as I can. These videos take me a while, and this one is over 3 to 4 hours to edit, so hopefully it's all good. Enjoy. So as you're about to see here, this is actually the qualifiers or the round 1 match. So at the start, because there was so many teams, there was only supposed to be 32, there ended up being I think around 136 or so. I'll put up the correct number here in case I got it wrong. So yeah, the qualifiers was a 4 versus 4 versus 4 versus 4 or a full squad game. Kits were allowed here. So it was tough. It was tough because a lot of people had good kits. So our team here in the qualifier match, we had me as Beekeeper, we had Jay Squire as Axolotl Amy, we had Lemon, or Coffee Waffy as his channel is, as Spirit Catcher, and then we also had Jacobo or Jacobo Stuff as Raven. Now you might be thinking, why Raven? Well, Raven was to pop balloons, in case people were ballooning, as the poison is so good for killing people with balloons. So that was our game plan. At this point, we didn't actually know that there was going to be no kits for the rest of the tournament. So it was pretty interesting. So yeah, we're kind of glad that there wasn't any kits, because it was, of course, about skill and not necessarily who had the best advantage. Because as you're going to see in this game here, I ended up with Emerald Armor with it like 10 minutes in. So it was insane. The Beekeeper was really good. It was really strong. So yeah. Kind of glad that there was no kits. So basically, for all of the games, or most of them, I'm going to be talking through what happened, what our thought process was, what everything else that was happening, and basically what our strategy was to end up winning. So yeah, I'd love to share that with all you guys. So anyway, let's get back to the video. So obviously here for the qualifiers, we weren't 100% sure what we were going up against, which was the main thing. We didn't know what our skill was compared to a lot of other players. When the tournament actually first came out for the first couple games, this was when the ranked matchmaking had come out. So we had pretty much no idea what our skill was compared to other people, because we had barely played the ranked match. So yeah, we were hoping for the best here. So as you can see, I went for the beehive play quite early on, obviously, to try and get try to get the bees, because the bees were a big help, as generators were supposed to stop at 12 minutes, meaning that we had no way to get emeralds or other sorts early on. Oh, sorry, not early on, but later on in the game. So the thing about the beehive was that would still work as the generators were turned off, and even if our beehive was broken, we were still able to go collect bees, as they were pretty much everywhere on the map, even after it got turned off. So here as well, as you can see, this is pretty much just a bee collecting montage, or like increased defense montage. Because as you can see, our original game plan for the whole tournament was obviously going to be like Beekeeper. I was going to be bees, pretty much farming, more of a defensive kind of area than so much attacking, which is what the original plan was going to be. Obviously, as you can see, there's a bunch of spirits covering the beds and stuff as well. We were pushed actually quite a lot during this tournament, a lot more than we actually thought we were. I'm not going to say like it was targeting or anything, because it really wasn't. It was just that, like I said, we happened to be pushed a lot more. And as you can see there, that was the first bed break of our game. We were actually game 25 out of 32, so we were pretty late in the tournament. So yeah, didn't matter though. It was actually at a good time. It wasn't around something like 2 a.m. or whatever else. As you can see, obviously the bed was broken there, but there was actually no team that showed up. So yes, what it was is one team didn't actually show up. It was obviously meant to be a 4 versus 4 versus 4. But yeah, so that obviously gave us extra iron and everything else that we needed. So yeah. And this here is when we got the first full beehive, which was really good and really helpful for us. Because that meant that, you know, we were going to be getting emeralds and diamonds super fast. We need to start working on the second one here. Obviously, I let my team know in a call that one of the beehives was done and that we're going to get heaps of emeralds and heaps of good gear and all that good stuff. So yeah, as you can see here though, it was a big player, and I somehow hit that bow shot where green was kind of in a little bit of a predicament here, where they were actually being pushed by red, and then me and my team were kind of sending in fire, and arrows technically, on their team as well. So they didn't get eliminated at this point in the game here, but yeah, they were being pushed hard. So it was definitely quite tough for them. So yeah, I'm actually very glad how this ended up turning out. So as you can see here as well, green were really having some issues at this point. I'm not saying that they were bad, it was just that they weren't in the best spot at this moment in time. My main goal here was obviously to protect the bed. I was somewhat the main defender, even though if you guys obviously have seen my videos and things before, I'm more of a main attacker, more bed pusher. I've had a good experience with Beekeeper, which is what the original thing was, of taking on the role of a defender, which unfortunately was ruined at this very second, where the bed was broken, which, look, it didn't bother us too much, because I was about to get emerald armor, and we also had, obviously, tier 3 and a full beehive, meaning that we were going to be getting emeralds a lot faster than any other team. So we were really happy. In this position here, it didn't matter too much that our bed was gone. So yeah, we also had a substitute here, Jacobo. Obviously, I mentioned his name before. He is actually, he's a fantastic guy. Please go share some love. Go to his channel, go subscribe, go give him love, because he was pretty much a lifesaver at this point, as we didn't actually have a fourth player. And yeah, he came in, we obviously had the people we're looking out for. Yeah, he came in and pretty much just helped us get to the point of where we got in the tournament. So big thank you, big ups to him. This was actually quite an unfortunate moment here, where red team actually came in and broke the beehives, which was actually pretty unfortunate. It was our main source of farming gone. Except what the thing was is that we were actually I actually got emerald armor at this point. I had just enough, and I could obviously still buy a beehive. Obviously for the fact that, you know, we were still missing. We were still missing the bees, but the bees were spawning around the map constantly. You know, there's bees behind us right now. We could start a whole new bee farm. You know what I mean? So it wasn't too much of an issue, which is why the main reason we chose Beekeeper over any of the other sort of farming kits was because it didn't really require, it only required blocks to really get the bees, and obviously we needed at least 60 iron from somewhere to get enough for a generator, from generators to get a beehive. I'm going to keep a lot of the less important parts out of this video, as this video is going to be insanely long, as much as it already is. As you can see right here, beds just broke, because they were supposed to break around 10 to 12 minutes, but it was a little delayed. It didn't bother us too much. It didn't really change or affect anything. So yeah, anyway though, so yeah, I'm going to be cutting out a lot of the video, only because if it's just so long, I'm not going to be able to actually upload this. So yeah, there's going to be a lot that will be missed. I might upload each round individually, I may not. Obviously, there's just DV's stream that you can go check out. That's not unlisted or anything. I'll link that in the description below as well to this video. So yeah, if you want to go check that out and see the full match game there, you can. Obviously, I'll link Jake's, Jacobo's, and Coffee's video in probably the pinned comment, because that will actually have our voices in it. So if you want to see, I guess, the full play and not just my voiceover, that'll be a lot better. This moment here was actually the main reason we bought Raven, because as you can see there, he hit all of his balloons gone. He had, if you hit someone with the Raven while they're ballooning, obviously the maximum balloons you can have now is 8, obviously with being able to buy more. He hit 8 seconds before he was guaranteed to die. The Raven came in and smack, got him. Couldn't have any more balloons, couldn't get back up in time, which was the main reason you really needed Raven in this tournament, was because in case anyone ballooned, they weren't going to live. They were just going to be able to die. And as you can see here as well, this was more of the closing end of the game. As you can see, it is down to 1 red guy and 2 green guys. Unfortunately, we did lose someone in one of these fights as well to the Tesla coils. So these green guys here were not in the best place, as they were both iron armor. And, well, I had emeralds, so even with the coils, it wasn't going to work out too much with them. They didn't go for emeralds, as you can see there. One of them just fell off. And Jay Swire is coming up behind them, getting on them hard. They've fallen off, they've gone. It's a 3v1. They're pretty much finished. This red guy is right in front of me. We're trying to finish it off here. He's kind of building up. He's going far. He's trying, but it does not end out well for him. And I'll just skip to that moment now. So as you can see right here, this is the end of the game. I was hanging around the beehives a bit. Not to get more materials for me, but it was getting the bees for the rest of my team, as they didn't really have any more balloons, and one of them was maybe going to get some better armor or gear. But we actually ended up winning this game, as you can see here. It actually went really well. We're so glad that we made it through the qualifiers, and we were on to the next round. We could not wait for the next game. I also somehow ended up in a little lobby by myself. Not sure, but I mean, it looked pretty cool. There was no one here, so that was cool. So, as you can see here, this is the second game that we had, which was against the CG clan. So, this was now best out of 3. It was a 4 versus 4. It was on the Sand Temple, and then it was on the Forest, and then I believe it was on the Corrupted map, in case it was tied 1-1. So, yeah, the reason being that there was 3 rounds was because it got more interesting instead of playing just 1 round. It was a lot cooler. It was a lot more fun to play more rounds, and it gave the teams more of a chance to show their skill in what they wanted to prove or what games they wanted to play. Now, obviously, we were a little bit worried here because this is just after it was announced that there would be no more kits. It was all just going to be happening like this. There's no more kits. It was going to be tough. It was now just skill versus skill, and we were a little bit worried because once again we had no idea what we were playing against, so it was a bit scary at some points. Excuse me. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go to the important parts of this match. I hope you guys enjoy. So the main thing here was, I guess we were kind of going for the same plan, except there would be 2 people would go to diamonds, 2 people would stay back at base. Now here, this was Lemon and Jay Squire. They went to diamonds each. They both got 2 diamonds. They came back, gave the diamonds to 1 person, and got tier 1, instead of waiting for the 4 diamonds. Now, my main role was still a bit of a defensive sort of area, and I went and got stone brick right at the start. So I covered the bed with about like 30 or 28 wool or whatever it was. Then I would get stone brick and do a full, complete layer of stone. Now, before, this was a bit easier, obviously, with the beehive, because obviously we were getting generator upgrades and all that good stuff super early on. So yeah, it was obviously a bit harder now without having the beehive. So yeah, it was still a very similar play. Jacobo went to the middle as well at the start. That's what we decided on, instead of I guess waiting and hanging around the base. So that we could get some emeralds, we could get a little bit of an advantage, and hopefully, obviously, win the game. So I'll let this bit play out, and I'll come back when there's the next important part in the game. So at this point here, we'd actually been rushed a few times, which was good, because we actually managed to cover up the spots with ceramic. And pretty much it was kind of the block spam at this point. There was no point in really replacing it with good materials, as they were just going to go for the same play, so it was easier to place more cheaper blocks and not waste so much money. So the thing was here is we'd also gotten tier 3 in under 5 minutes. which was insane at this point. That was going to be very, very helpful, as we were able to get teleports, TNT, all that good stuff, and actually manage to push onto a bed without too much issue, which was very, very nice. So once again, I'll let this play out, and I'll come back when there's more important moments. This bit here was actually one of the toughest bits, or in the first game. I actually almost killed myself here on accident. As you can see, I ended up blowing this entire place up, and I managed to actually get the bed and surviving on 2 HP. As Steve said in the stream, it was quite a persistent push, as it was pretty much simultaneous. One person came in, another person came in, someone else came in after that, which was obviously me. So it was quite an interesting play. I honestly did not think I was either going to make it out alive or we were going to get the bed. It was actually pretty lucky in that moment. So we pretty much outgeared them as well. So if we pushed together enough, we were pretty much just going to end up getting the win. So I'll come back when the win is here. So as you can see here, this is the end of the game. This guy actually spent 7 minutes in total. 7 minutes, yeah, running with balloons pretty much. He ended up losing. He still ended up losing. Beds were pretty much just about to break. It was an unfortunate first round for them, but yeah, they spent so long running, but it wasn't. They could unfortunately not get the win, and that was now 1 point to us and 0 points to CG. And I will go into the next match here, and we will show you how it played out. So as you can see, we went for pretty much the same play in the next game. It was an interesting result, actually. I'm not going to share too much about it right now. Obviously, you guys can watch and see for yourself. But yeah, it was quite an interesting result of going for the same strategy. Say that CG learnt quite a bit and came up with something better to defend against us. So yeah, once again, I'll let this game play out, and I will show you the most important parts. So as you can see, this bit here, they came out with a big rush right at the start. Pretty much one person sat with TNT sat in the generator for a load of TNT, pretty much the whole time while we were in the game. So at this point here, it was actually quite tough, because we were a little bit scared here, because we were like, oh god, this isn't good. If you don't know, once again, we had no idea what we were playing against for the most part. So we were super nervous, obviously, at this very start bit here. We were worried that we were going to lose and end up having to, basically not playing the tournament anymore if we lost. So yeah, it was pretty tough here. Managed to get quite a bit of iron. And yeah, once again, I will show how this ended up playing out. So here, Jacobo was lucky enough to actually get in and TNT the bed, but unfortunately we lost Jacobo in the process. Once we lost him, it was a little rough, because we definitely needed him. So yeah, we knew this may ended up being a loss, but we had to keep trying, we had to keep playing, we didn't know what was going to happen. This ended up being a super long game. Unfortunately, as you can see here, we did not end up winning. One of them had an emerald sword and was pretty much just ready to finish us off at any sort of point. As you can see there, I accidentally shot TNT and hit the guy, or not hit him, but I threw the TNT at him. And I tried to do it again, because the first time I did it, it actually wasn't on purpose. I put the balloon here, so I didn't end up taking mega amounts of fall damage. Except here, obviously, my bow skills were not that good, which was very unfortunate, because I came down, I took mass amounts of fall damage. The guy dropped down, obviously, after me. I ended up trying to make, a better bridge, but I kind of messed up, and I ran out of blocks. So the big issue here was that I only had 2 balloons, so what my play was going to be was eat the stopwatch, jump off the map, and I was going to balloon. But the thing is I just had that little bit less health that if I stopwatched back up, I was probably going to die regardless. So this was an unfortunate loss. We were scared because we didn't know what was going on. So yeah, a very unfortunate loss. But hey, we still had one more game and we had to prove ourselves to be better. As you can see here, we were actually being rushed by CG. I had a plan, or me and my team really pretty much had a plan to get their bed. So as you can see there, I dropped my telepole and TNT just in case I got killed, which I clearly did, which meant we wouldn't have lost everything. We didn't lose everything, so it was good. It was good, meaning that obviously we defended them, and we could now go and really push their bed. So as you can see, I'll cut to it in 1 second. I go in for the telepole, and I actually bomb the bed, and I get the bed. So it worked out quite well. So the big mistake I had here was that Jacobo had actually just pushed, and one of them was building up, and I misplaced one of the TNTs, and well, or pretty much both. But as you can see there, I still managed to get the bed. Now, if I'm being honest, the only reason I actually got the bed right there was because they placed down the wood, meaning I was able to mine it much faster than wool. If they kept wool there, I 100% wouldn't have gotten the bed, because it would have taken too long to mine, and then I would have died just missing out on the bed. But yeah, I messed up the TNT drop, because obviously one of them I placed like right next to me on accident, and I tried to drop it down, but it couldn't work, and the other one I placed and they built right next to it, meaning it kind of went into a tower and didn't really cause much of an explosion. But yeah, once again, I was still lucky enough to get the bed, so super happy about that, and obviously I will now show you the end of this game. And this right here is the final duel of the game. Well, this guy had a speed potion, and I was doing a bit more damage, but I also had shield for a little bit. We had a little bit of a fight before that, but the speed potion was kind of messing me up a little bit, because he was obviously be able to run around. As you can see there, I ended up on 7 HP. I was one shot, but once again, I was just lucky enough to get the win. So this here was the M clan. So they were filling in for the TM clan, which as you just saw right there. As unfortunately, the TM clan were not able to show up, so that was quite sad. Very unfortunate for them. But yeah, obviously they were replaced, and we ended up having a fight with the M clan. So once again, as I've said pretty much every single time I've recorded this, I will let it play out, and I will show you the important parts. Let's go. As you can see right there, J Squire managed to get the bed super early on, 2 minutes in. It was essentially a free bed. As you can see, we're now literally a bunch of us came in for a push. We ended up getting one of them, which was very, very nice. Yeah, very good head start, meaning that we were in a very good position here for the first game. They didn't realize that we were there, so we got the bed super fast. As you can see as well, 2 minutes 30 in, their bed's gone and only 2 of them are left. This was a great first game for us. As you're about to see here, this is the closing moments of the first game, where I once again got a good bow shot for like, the second game in a row. This was really good, because if you guys don't know, I'm actually really bad with a bow. So that bow shot there was, it felt so good. It felt really good to get that. So yeah, very nice. So here is the second game of this round. Once again, I'll let it play out. We also had Zach here, who was doing very illegal, and was trying to get back in, and got completely roasted by DB, which was kind of funny to see. Sorry, Zach, but yeah, he got you there. So not going to talk too much about this, but here obviously someone was trying to beat us, or pretending to be us, so that we would get in trouble for sharing the code. Obviously this was not us. Someone here made a fresh account, which DB did see that it was made that today, or the day that the tournament was. And also it was someone's full name was the J-Star. It wasn't a display name, so it was clear that it was not us. Also, as you can see right there, Jacobo, as godly as he is, he managed to get their bed. So this was very good. And as you're about to see here, this is the closing moments of this game. So once again, I actually hit this bow shot. This guy ran for about 10 minutes. As we can see there, the timer went on from like 4 minutes of getting the bed to almost 15 minutes. So it took forever. But yeah, this guy ran and then, well, once again, somehow got the final kill with the bow. So yeah, that is that round over. And we will now meet you in the next round. So this here was game or round 4. We had quite a slow start here, as you clearly see. We didn't have recordings or anything ready, as we just played a game beforehand. So yeah, once again, nothing was ready. We barely started. Yeah, super slow start. We didn't get generator upgrades or anything for ages. So yeah, as you can see, this will cost us later on, which I'll show in a moment. But yeah, once again, I'll let it play out. Now, we did think we were super behind, which we were a little bit, but as you can see here, this was actually the first push of the game, which was 3 minutes in almost. As you can see, we had tier 2, which we were hoping that we'd get that like way earlier, but obviously we didn't. But yeah, once again, that was the first push. So yeah, it was actually quite slow at this start here. As I believe we actually said on the stream that this was no one was really attacking each other in this game, and it really was that. It was just so slow for this game. We just weren't prepared. So here I've sped this up, but I was actually on the run for quite some time. I had lots of emeralds, I had quite a few diamonds and things along the way. I was gonna give the bed break a go, but they obviously had a lot in front of their bed. But yeah, I was super low. As you can see, I got down to 1 shot or 13 HP. Yeah, I had quite a few emeralds and diamonds on me, which I wanted to get back in case we wanted to go for a balloon push or something else. So yeah, but I did actually manage to make it back somehow. Thanks to my teammates, I managed to make it back. As you can see here, this was another TNT push, which once again we still survived. We'd also, I believe, just about gotten tier 3 at this point as well. So yeah, very good position considering how slow the start was for us. Pretty happy with how that actually ended up turning out. Once again, here, as you can see, we went for a TNT play and went for their bed, which actually wasn't open from that big TNT drop, but lucky enough, Jake was good enough to get it. We also lost our bed at this exact same moment, so it was tough. This bit was tough here. We also just gotten generator tier 3. I know a lot of this is going by quite fast. As you can see there, I died, which was quite unfortunate. So yeah, this was a very eventful moment. Lost the bed. I almost ended up dying, and then I did die. We got their bed, and it was nuts. It was crazy. I sped it up because there was no point me having like a 10-minute section just directly on this one game. So yeah, sorry if it was a bit too fast. I'm probably gonna upload separately a bunch of different matches that happened. So yeah, we'll be able to see those a bit later. But yeah, anyway, I'll cut to the end of this game as there isn't that much else to say. So here, once again, it was a very similar play, a little bit more defensive at this point in time, as we obviously needed to be super careful. We lost this game, and we were out of the tournament. We needed to be careful here. We needed to get this win to stay in. So yeah, we were quite shaky at this point. We were a little more confident, obviously. Well, not too much more confident, but we were ready. We were focused this round. We knew what we were gonna do. So yeah, a little bit more defensive. But yeah, it was good enough for us to pull through. As you can tell by the title, we did win this. So yeah, anyway, I will continue this now. So as you can see here, I actually teleported over here. And yeah, this was it. The team was pushing, everything was going strong and hard. We lost our bed here, which was dangerous. I then came in with the TNT and managed to get their bed, coming out alive. Barely. I obviously had the leather armor, but thankfully, I had Jake here to help protect and attack. So yes, this was very, very good. As all of us actually managed to make it out alive here from this push. Once again, it was a double bed. Someone lost the bed, and then the other team lost the bed. It was literally exactly the same. It was kind of funny. So yeah. Anyway, I'll let this play out a little bit longer, and I will see you in a moment. We also got tier 3 here as well, which was actually really, really helpful, because that actually meant that we were obviously being able to get emeralds. We had about 6 minutes or so until the beds were, or not beds were going to break, but obviously no one had a bed, so it didn't matter. But the generators were going to stop, so this was actually a really, really good time for us to get some good gear and things, but still obviously go to the middle, get some other stuff. So yeah, this was really good, as this also gave us quite a lot of time to come up with a game plan of how we were going to win this game. So I'll let this go through, and I will see you at the end of the match. This here is obviously the final moments of the game. So I was in a little bit of a 2-on-1 here. I feel like I should have stayed and fought a little bit longer, as I would have been able to... I probably would have been able to kill at least one. But yeah, as you can see, one of them went across the bridge here. I actually thought I hit the arrow shot for a moment. I didn't, but it doesn't actually matter, because they died. So that gave us a really decent advantage here. So there was actually only one of them left. At the top it says 2, but there was actually only 1. And watch this. There was this absolutely godly play by Lemon here with that fireball, the mid-air fireball shot, which was really, really good. So yeah, that obviously put us at a tie of 1-1. So yeah, we needed to win this next game, and we'd be going through once again. We were all so nervous, and we were also so excited to get this done. So here we really needed to focus, because obviously this was last opportunity to not necessarily win. Well, yeah, win this specific round. Yeah, this is our last opportunity. We needed to be so careful at this point, because yeah, if we weren't, we were out. So once again, we went for a little bit more of a defensive play around the bed, or I did specifically. And then it was kind of more of a push for a few of the other people, like Jacobo and Jake, obviously, so that they couldn't get too many resources if they either kept dying or were constantly pressured that they couldn't stay in the generator too much, meaning that there'd only be one or two high-geared people instead of all 4. So yeah, once again though, we got tier 1 at a really good time at 1 minute. So this was really nice for us. But yeah, anyway, we'll keep this going and enjoy. So as you're about to see here, this is, well, a play that I had that was really good. Well, somewhat good in my opinion, as I had just enough time to actually go here and TNT onto the bed while only one of them was running back. So yeah, as you can see, I was getting smacked here hard. I managed to get it just in time. I ended up walking off because I didn't have anything on me anyway. I had barely any health left, but getting this bed felt so good, as it meant that we had a decent head start here, and we were possibly able to actually win this. So yeah, possibly able to move through as well. One of them also died at a very close moment afterwards. I got the bed, so this was good. We were in a good position here, and we were happy as a kid on Christmas morning opening 100 presents. This here is the closing moments of the match. They actually got our bed, which didn't matter that much because it kind of gave they were pretty much right in front of us. It gave us a good time, a good moment to actually push them a little bit. We pretty much just ran around them for so long. But yeah, they did actually get caught here. Not caught, but yeah, everywhere that they pushed, everywhere they ran, we were super close behind. At this rate, most of us had balloons just about. Obviously got the armor protection just in case one of us got into like a proper fight, so we had that little bit extra health. But yeah, at this point it was just looking around and finding the best way to catch him, so that he wouldn't be able to live, essentially. So I obviously didn't really have a bow here, but he dropped down getting those emeralds, which was a big mistake because he took quite a lot of fall damage, and then he ran back and took fall damage again, and then got caught by Jacobo, who was standing there waiting for him to come back, and bang with 2 swings in the sword, and damn, we'd won. We'd made it through. This was top 4 moments. This was absolutely insane that we had been in the top 4. We were legit like shaking at this point. It was insane. So this here was the RZ clan, or Return to Zero. So this was obviously top 4. So this was either the 4th place match. We'd literally just finished our game against, I believe it was the M clan, the game that we just had before this. We'd literally just finished our game with them, and we'd gone thrown straight into this round here, the top 4, which was insane. This was going by so fast, but it was so good. We were in such a good position. We were so happy with how things were turning out. Yeah, it was insane. It was really great. So anyway, once again, I'll let this play out. Return to Zero, though, you guys are an amazing clan. It was great to fight with you guys in the top 4. But yeah, enjoy. So here, Jay Squire, he got the bed. Not really sure how, but he did. So it was actually really good. It was very happy. Obviously we're actually being rushed here. I tried to shoot as much TNT off as I could for the most part. This guy here as well, Return to Zero, he got caught just before he got the bed. It was about a 1 shot for him, I'd say, because he had the stone axe. But yeah, lucky enough we managed to get him out before we got the bed. So we were in a very good position once again. Anyway, I'm going to let this game continue. So as you're about to see here, I came in for a kill, and GG's to RZ here, as obviously they're on the run, and because I was in the 3rd person with the shift lock, they actually got me because I wasn't able to like move my camera out of the way. So yeah, they managed to get me, which was pretty good. So nice play there, very good. As you're about to see here, I hit a bow shot. This also caused them to fall. So one of my friends went down after them and managed to get the final kill. So this was really good. It worked out quite well. Once again, somehow my bow skills were just on point here. So yeah, very good, very nice. Next game we go. So this was the second game against RZ, or Return to Zero, in the semi-finals. We were pretty confident based off of how last game went, so we wanted to go for a very, very similar play and see if we could pull it off with no sweat. So enjoy the match. Coming to the almost the 6-minute mark here, Jacobo once again got the play. He's managed to get the bed, and a few actually whacked out quite quickly. So as you can see there was 3, and it's about to drop to 2 in a moment. So yeah, we were in a quite a good position here. So yeah, we were super happy because this meant that we were going to the finals. This was insane. We were so shocked right now because obviously we're trying super hard, and being in the finals just felt amazing. So yeah, but chasing these guys around for the most part, there's a little long bit here, so I'll probably speed that up a bit. But yeah, this was insane having just being here. So yeah, as you guys see, the game is going to end once I cut to after this moment. So as you can see, this is the final moments of the game where I didn't put a TNT here. This guy actually accidentally blocked himself in. So yeah, the TNT kind of got him in the end. So I had that for a push, and I really needed it. So yeah, it was actually really good. So yeah, we were so excited right now. We were literally screaming, which you may have seen in the other videos. But yeah, we were so happy for where we were. This right here is the finals. Now, obviously by the title, we did not win. However, this was, in me personally thinking, this was a great fight. Congratulations to G-Dogs for the win. You guys obviously are the better team, which doesn't necessarily matter, but yeah. It was a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. I really enjoyed this final. Honestly, when we lost, I was a little salty, of course. But yeah, big ups to G-Dogs, congratulations. So what you're seeing here is probably the biggest issue, is the fact that G-Dogs moved so quick and they pushed quite fast. A little bit too fast at some points as well, which was the main cause of our death. We weren't 100% prepared for the big rush. So what they, as you can see, I don't know if you saw it before, you can kind of see it now, there's a little row of wool. So in case they drop down underneath and try to mine the bed while we're like fighting or whatever, they won't be able to get through it because there will obviously be there'll be too many blocks in the way, and we'll probably kill them before they can get the bed. So yeah, that was probably a really big issue, and I was too focused on stone brick to like really realize that it was just gonna break by the TNT. So I kind of did. There kind of was no point in placing it down, and would have been more efficient with the wool. So that is my bad, because I did not really think about that until later on when we all kind of agreed on it. So yeah, that was another main cause of our loss, but hey, doesn't matter. We learn from mistakes and we can use those skills in other matches. So this right here is actually double bed break. Our bed broke and their bed broke, and during the switch between the beds, we also lost J Squire, which was a very big issue. It was not ideal, so we needed to be so careful at this point. We needed to finish somewhat strong here if we wanted any chance at being able to win, which of course we unfortunately did not. So as you can see here, I ended up having to run for quite some time. Unfortunately, yeah, it was like 7 minutes, but as you can see here, I got anti-cheated right here, which was actually the cause of my death. Because if I did not get anti-cheated, I probably would have been able to run. But yeah, then I got bowed right there, which was quite unfortunate. But yeah, both the potions got me there. But anyway, we're going to go to the next game. So this is obviously the end here. As you can see, Japanese ramen right there. She got the bed while we were all standing there. We did not notice her, and unfortunately, this was the main cause of our death. Obviously, I died straight away, which was quite unfortunate because I was next to the edge. But yeah, this is pretty much how it ended. I was running like super low on storage, so there kind of isn't much from this point. The match ends very quickly after this. there isn't anything after this anyway, so it's not like there's too much that was missed. But yeah, it was unfortunate, but GL did a better team. But yeah, that is how we came second in the DV clan tournament. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please smash like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos soon, hopefully. But yeah, this took so long to edit, so a like, subscribe, even a share would be very much so appreciated. I'm sorry if it wasn't the best. I tried my hardest, and I hope you guys did enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.